is up, people? Welcome back to another episode of Dungeons, Dragons and Space Shuttles. Hope everybody's doing alright. I'm doing pretty good. And, well, I couldn't help myself, guys. I know, I should wait and everything and not do things always before I'm supposed to do them. But, you know, oh yeah. I placed some slabs everywhere because the guys who could teleport just teleported everywhere and it was annoying. Yeah, so I did some of those. The item docks. The sword was really easy to do. I thought the recipe was going to be harder. The hardest thing was to make the invar. Like, yeah, it's not that hard. This is that, so like these are just made like so. So nothing too crazy to do. But yeah, so pretty much there's a couple of items that I do not trash, and I actually needed to change this. So over here we get some filters. So the thing is, I went for these filter because they give me more than those. So that's why I went for these. And I want to remove the glowstone. I want to keep it. And osmium, nah, you're gonna get like this. Okay. So we're gonna put let's say the golden pants, as seems weird not deleting them. Perfect. And in the other one, remove the boots and that. And we're going to put iron shield and steel. Okay, it does not get. It's fine. Alright, so these two are going to go there. But yeah, this has been working pretty well. So I get the bags. Oh yeah, so you see these are the artificial bag that I've been getting, not the bags that I thought I would get. But yeah, so we've been getting those. Yeah, there's also one here. So the patient bag. This bag gives you a patient bag or a nether star. There's 99.9% chance that you're going to get a patient bag and a 0.01% chance you're going to get another star. So you can try to open this or do a loop and something that opens with the bag. But yeah, so I've got a couple of enchants as well. So it's pretty good. But yeah, so this thing's been working pretty nicely. If we look here, I have 1024 maximum, but it allows me to get stuff. So let me show you also a tiny little trick that I learned. Do I have my bow? Yes. Okay, multi-shot. I found this also. You can have it from a legendary bag. So I got the Tyson's Fists. And I was also able to down a dungeon. So if I go down home dungeon, so over here, as you can see, I'm in the last level of the dungeon, and I pretty much cleared everything. I didn't remove the blaze spawner over there, but alright, well, let me show you what's cool. So, you can put these two together, alright, and it's going to give you a torch arrow. But my bow has multi-shot. So I'm putting down 3 torch, which means I can get more torch for my 1 torch. And the thing that is cool is if you make yourself a wall like this, so like frame walls and stuff, you can just... It's a farm! It's... And now we've got 15... There we go, 16 of those. It's a little bit stupid, but it's you know, when you don't want to lose any materials to do your torches, well, you can do that. And also, the dungeon was done with a bow, so I didn't have anything over there, so I just shot and it placed like a bunch of torches everywhere. So that was pretty much the way I did all this. Oh, I didn't know they went through it. And directly on the other side. But yeah, so this was pretty cool. I thought I would show you. It's a little cheaty, but hey, it works. Cheaty's a good guy, right? He's in the good place. All right, reference to a TV check. Okay, so what do I want to do today? Well, today is time we get into bees. And the reason we can do that is because I've got this guy here. So if we look at him, I've already traded a bunch with him, but he's got the like Modus drone, he's got the monastic as well that we're gonna need, and even an ender drone. Normally I would probably prefer going to the end and grab one, but if we don't want to go to the end, oh, this is good. He's got like 3 proven frame for 1 emerald. It's an amazing trade. So yeah, so let's look at what we need exactly to start the bees. I know a lot of people don't know how to do bees, so first thing you will need an apiary. So this is really important. Normally you'll need an impregnated casing, so either from Carpenter, normally that's what you would use, and in this case it's silicone, so we could have made the impregnated casing like this and then make the apiary, but why would I do that when I can just talk to this little mister over here and trade him some dark oak, 2 emeralds, and he gives me an apiary. So that's the way I went with it. There's another thing eventually we will need as well, but I don't care about it at the moment. It is not why we're going into bees. So, first steps first. You will need to have some bees to be able to get into bees. And if we go outside, so you're going to see, I think, don't have like some bee stuff around, I think. Okay, so over there, let's jump down, I'll show you. So you see there are hives a little bit everywhere. So over here, over there, and these contain certain kind of bees. In this case, it's a water bee. And you're gonna need a scoop. There's also a wintry bee over there. The only thing you've got to be careful about is they will damage you, and you're going to need a scoop to get those. So it's going to break the hives to collect the bees. And this is the way you get normally your bees. In my case, well, I got them from villages and from bags. And the advantage to that is we have pristine bees. There are 2 types. There's pristine bees and ignoble bees. The pristine bees will not die. The ignoble bees can die. So the advantage that I have over here is that I have a range of bees that will never die. At the bottom here we have princesses. To be able to put into an apiary, you need a couple of things. Each bees need to have certain kind of flowers next to them. They need a certain humidity, and they need a certain type of, let's say, a light. They need humidity, temperature, sometimes need a different biome. So they need a couple of things. Meadow and forest are pretty much the basic ones, and they're the ones that we're going to go for at first. Because the first thing you need to do is get a common queen. And the common queen will allow you to then get into a lot of different bees. But the first one is always the common bee. So it's pretty much a forest with a meadow. But at the moment, we only have the queen. So we don't want to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a bunch of apiaries with a bunch of these as well. Well, in our case, we can do those. And we're going to put them so that they're just going to do everything by themselves. The way we're going to do that is by using item ducts, hoppers, and a couple of servos. So I've got 3. I guess we could make another one. I think I've got them at... Oh, yeah. I've got this right here. So, iron plates. Oh, I'm going to run out of iron plates soon. And it was what? Some glass? Alright. So, there we go. Perfect. So, we're going to put that there. We've also need some chest, of course. And we're going to put you back there. Okay, so let's sleep the night away, and we're going to go to a plains biome, because that's the best way to know that you can get what you need. Now we should be able to put any of those in here. And it says that there's no flowers, but it's going to detect this one. And there we go. Now we have a bee that's actually working. The thing that we might want is we have a couple of frames at the base. I'm not sure which one it is. But if it's one that could make them have a lower lifespan, like let's say an impregnated casing with a soul sand, that would be really nice. One thing that is really cool with the villager that we have is that we have like a frame, proven frame that we can buy. And they're the best for the productivity. Well, except resilient, but like we don't want to get there. The magic frame is also pretty good actually. Okay, maybe there's a couple of frames that are good. But yeah, so at this point, it's the waiting game. But let me show you how you want to pretty much automate the bees. So you're going to want to do this. So in this case here, we have a forest. So let's do the meadow over here. So the same thing, it's going to detect the flower. And when they do anything, the items are going to go at the bottom. So you can get a honeycomb, you can get a princess. I broke one here. And I got an ignoble. You can get a princess and drones. What you want to send back is drone and princess. So what we're going to do is we're going to put one of these and we're going to put that there. Over here, you can whitelist or blacklist something. In our case, it's simpler to simply blacklist this than whitelisting anything. So right now, what this will do is once I do this, now we have automated these and I can go do something else and they're just going to work. Of course, I'll do that for the other two as well. And this is pretty much the way you automate your bees. It's the same system for any bees that you want to do if you want them to simply go forever. So pretty much my next step is waiting to get a bunch of drones and we can do something else after. Okay, I thought I would talk about the escritoire a little bit. It's not needed. You can go in your merry bee way, all you want without it, but it's pretty cool. So what you can do is you can place a bee in here and you can put like honeycombs on the side. I'm not sure if it works with any honeycombs. I don't want to use the other ones, but these are the ones that this one makes. And what the escritoire does is it can give you a certain amount of the honeycomb that this one would make, and it will also give you kind of, how can I say, a hint as to what you can do for bees if you didn't have JEI. And at the same time, it's supposed to make it easier for you to make the change in bees. So making them breed is going to make it easier. And one thing that is really easy is the fact that if you click here, you can get a hint. So what I do is I do it twice, and now I know that if I do this one's here, and that one is here, and this one is here. So as you can see, the goal is to match the bees together. If you wouldn't take any hint, it would look something like this. So when you finish, you need to take out your bee, and you need to do it manually. But as soon as you fail, you need to remove the bees, and they're not at the same place. It's not the same one. So that's why I kind of like to get a hint. All right, first step is kind of over. So I've got it cultivated over here. It's pretty much just common and meadow, but sometimes you're lucky and you simply just use like one of your normal bees and it's going to turn into a cultivated, which is what happened here. I've been using soul frames. Currently they are here. I'm trying, this one is a fully cultivated queen. So that means that I can reactivate this and it's just going to make more and more and more and more, which is what we need at the moment. Over here, we've got a forest one. So this one, if we look, we might need it for a common. There's leporine, merry, arid, skeletal, rusty, lustered, emerald, growing, maroon. What is growing? Okay, nothing. Oh, you can turn it into something else. Okay. And yeah, so a couple of things. Even the lumber, so that's going to be working good. Blue, they seem to have done something with the color one. Light blue. I think it was that one. Yeah, light blue. And this one can make osmium, but like literally like osmium dust. So this is pretty cool, and like it's gonna give you 2 every time. And this thing has 30% chance, so if you put the production upgrade and like things that are gonna make it better, it's like this thing's gonna be awesome. But yeah, so this is blue and white. So blue, we do need these. So diligent is of course that. And at the moment, we're pretty much to the point where we're going to be able to try to get a noble soon. Over here, I've got the common class being done. I was thinking of trying to do a frame. This one is one of the frames we have. We've got impregnated frames, but we don't have impregnated sticks. Yes, so with this one, you can do a chocolate. So this one might be good to use just because we wanted them to have a lower lifespan. The soul one gives a higher chance of mutation, meaning that they're going to have like more chance to become another bee, which is good. This one here might also be good. I think I might do this one because it's going to reduce the lifespan and the production. So I could do this for those, just so they turn over quicker. So let's go home. All right. Oh yeah, I continued doing this here, but not really. It's just taking too long. Okay. So let's put... I've got way too many of that. Let's turn it like into blocks. I decided to go mining a little bit, and turns out I had too many. I'm pretty sure I've got even more here. So there we go. All right, so I wanted to put these over here. We're going to take 3 more, and we're going to put some iron bars with it. All right, so 1, 2, and 3. So all right, we're going to go back. And we're gonna put all those 3 over here. Yeah, the bees don't live at night. Like they don't do anything at night. So you gotta sleep a lot. And until you can mutate bees with different attributes of other bees, you might not want to like change your bees too much. Like they get pretty crazy quick if you change your bees too much. If you get like a rocky bee, which normally are found underground, well, you're going to be able to use those bees. Oh, I should put some here as well. You're going to be able to use those bees to get the trait from those bees and put it on your other bees, meaning they won't need to see the sunlight. And then you can use some that are rock dweller, or no, something dweller, and that's going to mean they don't need light. So with this, you're going to be able to make a bee that can work without having any lights around them. And then you can change the flowers they need. You can change how fast they die, how quick they die, all these kind of things. So yeah, I've got a couple of those here. Okay, so let's put this one here as well. So it should make it die faster. I don't know to which point, but I think it's gonna work. But yeah. Wait. No flowers? Why? Oh, the territory. So yeah, this is one thing though. You gotta be careful because when you apply things, you can start to have bees that don't have anything. So if I put it there, will it be able to see it? No flowers. If I remove this. Yeah, it sees it. Okay, so I might have to be just like ridiculously close. And by ridiculously close is like right next to it. This one seems fine. There's one right there. So let's do the same thing and let's put like one right in the back. And boom. So, all right. So yeah, So it's going to get more drone. And then after that, what I need to do is take one of the bees that I have at home and just put incredible amount of other drones common that we're going to get from here. Same thing for the cultivated, and apply it to another bee, probably a forest or a meadow, to change the type to the common one that we have, or the cultivated. And then when we have that, that means we're going to have another common queen that is pure. And with that common queen or that cultivated queen, what we're going to be able to do is do a noble, a diligent, and all these other ones that we might need. So this is pretty much the next step. It's a step that takes a lot of time because you gotta wait. So if you do bees when you have time. If you do something else at the same time, it's perfect because you can come do your things and then go do something else. Also, it's better to automate them like this. This one here, I'm trying to turn it into a common. But let's just like put the common and the cultivated together. Maybe we'll get lucky and it's actually going to change into like, let's say, noble, I think can. Yeah, so maybe it's going to change into a noble or a diligent. Both would be really good to get. Both are really like the place you want to go. So, all right, I'll continue to wait here. Alright guys, so we're ready for the next step. So like I said, I made cultivated. Cultivated is a common with pretty much anything else. And over here we have diligent. This one, like I said, those are diligent and noble are really annoying to get, but I finally got them. Also, my bees are no longer there, but I cleaned my thing. While I was getting the diligent, I got 2 blue. But they're just drones, so it's a little bit hard to transform with just two. You need about 6 to be able to transform something. But yeah, so what I need is a cultivated, and over here, we've got a common. And what we're going to do is we're going to do that. We're going to put a bookshelf under, we're going to put that there. And it is going to give us, one of those here, when of course it finishes. So it's going to take a little bit of time, and it's going to give us the student bee. So this is from Courier. There we go. I don't know why my pronunciation failed there, but Courier. And this thing will be the entry to Courier bee. And then we can go to a different place. You see here, like there's a collecting queen that can pick up items and put them into some stuff. There's like the graduate bee, and this one, if I remember correctly, what it does is that it, if you ever lose the power of your bee, like this one collects thing, you can put this one and put your bee in a pedestal, and it's going to give it back its power. So that's pretty cool because sometimes you mix bees together and you lose their power. So this will allow you to regain the power of your bee. Yeah, it's also making the PhD, which I think does the same thing as the student, the graduate. They all do the same thing. But then you get like crazy things like an engineer, a science, a doctor, a rainbow. I don't remember. Yeah, okay, yeah. This one I think gives all of the die. You only see 2, but I'm pretty sure it gives all of them. I'm not 100% certain. Oh, what am I doing? Let's grab 3 of those. Put that there. We just want this to go down as fast as possible. These, they only have 80 durability, and one thing I can tell you, if you're to make one, you can enchant them, so just enchant them. Oh, it's missing a flower. Oh yeah, with this you need to have a flower right next to it. Okay, so let's grab like you, and let's put that there. Alright, so now it's fine. Perfect. So, let's wait for this one to finish. Oh, by the way, this one has a 100% chance of doing it. So this one is guaranteed that you're going to be able to get it. But then after that, you need to do multiple student bees to be able to go forward, because you're going to need to create multiple ones. So that does mean that we're going to need to get multiple drones and then do the same thing. But as you can see here, it's a little bit better. Like you get 50%, 50%, 50%, 30%. And then, of course, the further you go like along the line, well, you get different things. So like the science one, okay, the mad scientist is a little bit different. But this one is just really weird to make. Like 10%, 10%, 20, electrician. The robot one, I don't remember what it does, but they all do things that are stupid, but it's a really great mod. So I'll wait for this one to give me the student, and then we'll talk where we're going from there. So I've got the bee. It literally gives you 2 student drone and 1 student queen. I've already went through, so I've got 2 more that I can use for something else. But this is going to be infinite, so my next step will be to put it into one of those and simply let it go. There's still a bunch of bees, and I'm trying to like really get more drones. I might put some frames into like this one here as well, the Diligent. And this one also we need to get a lot. But the next path is really to start making the next levels. Like collecting bees is going to be nice. Like I may want to have it, you know, next to my mob farm and everything. It's just going to grab the items instead of having hoppers. That's going to be good. Graduate, well, it's just useful pretty much to get everything else after. Like the police is really cool. It like damages mob and everything. Oh, well, let's not die. Oh, I forgot the bee here. It's a common, like it's a common that I found, so it's a good bee. But yeah, so I think that is enough bee for today. I will continue doing bee this week. I know there's probably people who would want me to do other things, but there's a reason why I'm going towards this path. And it's going to become evident as we progress further. And you will also understand why I find that career bee especially is amazing. But for today, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed this episode. That was bad, I'm sorry. But if you did, don't forget to leave a like. If you loved it, don't forget to subscribe. And I'll be here next time when you come as well. Bye-bye.